So as I mentioned, we can use the progress report template for both our teaching plans and our progress reports. So let's have a quick look at our fictional student Julia's tutoring report. First up are our long-term goals and objectives, and you can write that down here. And then we have a timeline that tells us when we want to reach these goals. And lastly, some necessary conditions that need to be in place for us to be able to reach these goals. When talking about goals and objectives, we can further specify them into two categories. One is knowledge and the other one is skills. So for knowledge in mathematics, you can think of, for example, algebra. And in skills, we can think of, for example, problem-solving skills. You want to specify these things because they would both contribute to any long-term goal that you've written down. By specifying it, it helps you to break down what is needed to attain these goals. Also important is to add a number to indicate the process that you've made in terms of your knowledge and skills goals. These numbers become extra meaningful when you have another progress report because then you can compare. For example, we want Julia to score an 8 on algebra because algebra contributes to this bigger overall goal. And we need her to score that 8 at a certain amount of time. Also, since we involve the parents, they're up to speed on this goal. Writing regular progress reports gives us insights into the speed at which Julia is attaining her goal. It's very easy to check at what time she scored a 5, at what time she scored a 7, etc. and so on. You've probably also noticed that I added a skill on which you can score the progress. So the idea is here that if you score a 10, then you've reached that sub-goal. To be able to evaluate the progress, you need to check it somehow, otherwise you're just guessing. One example is just to have the students do a test. This could be any test. This could be a test that you created. This could be a test that you found on the internet that fits the level that you are looking for. I would personally recommend to also have them do these tests under normal test conditions. So within a fixed amount of time, etc., etc. This way we can more clearly check, okay, what is the actual progress that we have. And obviously that's very important because we want to reach a certain goal and we want to be clear about how far along we are and not just guess. Simply because we are professionals. And this section right here is about the risks. And I already told you about the risks in the video on how to create a teaching plan. This is an example of how you may actually write that down. So the idea is that you write down the risk here and you check, well, how bad is it here with a number between 1 and 10? And you check, well, how likely is it happening here with also a number between 1 and 10? So if you do it in this way, everybody will have insight. So the parents will see it, I will see it, and if necessary, we can take appropriate action. So you can go back to focusing on your lessons and not any side issues. This last part here is about 21st century skills. These are skills that underpin a lot of activities that we normally do and improve them. So the main idea is that within Astrea, we help students improve their performance, but we also support them in developing skills that help them grow personally and professionally.